Our ceramic coating packages always come with some level of polishing, but a lot of the times it's not really clear on what those levels of polishing are and what they do. So what I'm going to show you here in this quick video is I want to show you kind of the three main levels of polishing, paint correction, whatever you want to call it. So our ceramic coating packages typically come paired with either a one-step paint correction or a gloss enhancement polish. So what I want to do on this hood here that I'm going to use for some test spots is I'm going to show you guys a gloss enhancement polish, a one-step paint correction, and then a two-step paint correction. And I'm going to show you kind of the different results that we're getting between all levels of paint correction, just so you guys have a better idea of what each level does, what to expect from each level, and kind of the cost difference that comes from each level of polishing and paint correction. So I'm going to grab my polisher and I'm going to do my test spots, and then I'll show you guys the results. So this is our test panel. As you can see here, I'm showing with my light, it is pretty hammered. This is worse than the average vehicle, but it's kind of going to give a good contrast between each step of paint correction. So now that we're done with the polishing, I want you guys to come in and take a look here. So this is our original control panel, pretty beat up, deep scratches swirling. Then this is our gloss enhancement. As you can see on a panel that is as beat up as this, it's just gonna add some gloss, take out some minor defects, and it's gonna bring a bit of improvement. The gloss enhancement is really good if you have a new vehicle or a vehicle that isn't very beat up. Then move over to our one step here. As you can see, quite the improvement from our gloss enhancement, but there are still some of those deeper scratches in there on a panel that is this beat up. It's going to be very hard to get those out with just a one step. Then move on to our two step. This is pretty much as near perfect as possible that you're going to get on something that is this beat up. So that's the before and that's the after. The difference between the one step and the two step isn't crazy different. You can still see those defects on the one step, but I just have my light beaming right on it. In the real world outside, you are not going to see that big of a difference between the one step and a two step on most vehicles. So that is the difference between all three steps: the original, the gloss enhancement, the one step, and then the two step. As you can see, each level of polishing does give a different result. The gloss enhancement is going to be our more budget-friendly option. The one step is kind of the middle ground, and then the two step is if you want to bring that rough paint back to as near perfection as possible. Our ceramic coating packages do come standard with some level of polishing. Our 1 and our 3 year do come standard with the gloss enhancement, and then our 5 and our 8 year come standard with a one-step paint correction. Obviously, if you're getting a 1 or a 3 year, you want to upgrade to a 1 or a 2 step, you can do that. Or if you want a 5 or 8 year and you want to upgrade to a 2 step, you can do that as well. So one thing to keep in mind with every level of polishing is the further you go down the line, the more clear coat you are taking off your OEM paint system. So a gloss enhancement is going to take off the least amount of clear coat, but you're going to get not as good of results. The one step, you're going to be taking off a little bit more clear coat, but you're going to get better results than the two step. You're really giving it a good hard cut and then finishing that out. You're going to be taking off the most amount of clear coat with that option. So obviously every vehicle is different. It can kind of be hard to understand and can still kind of be confusing. So obviously the best option for every vehicle is to bring it into me. I can take a look at your vehicle, inspect it, measure the paint, look for any deep defects, and then I can kind of guide you in the right direction of what I think your car is going to be needing paint correction wise. A lot of the time, a one step is going to be plenty for most vehicles. As you've seen in our results, the difference between the one step and the two step wasn't too drastic. But like I said, the best option, if you really want an accurate quote and an accurate assessment, is to bring the vehicle to me and I can give it a proper look over and then go over all our options with you in person. If you have any other questions regarding our paint correction, feel free to reach out to me. My name is Zach at Tilbury AutoShine and our number is 519-365-4782.